Hey guys, how's it going? So, some big news for Aurora. The news for Aurora is Aurora files preliminary prospects to raise $750 million using their stock. Yes, they filed a primary short form based shelf prospective. Basically, what this article entails is, they're going to be using this stock up to $750 million for 25 months. So they have $750 million in stock that they're going to be using in the next 25 months to acquire stuff, acquire companies. In theory, shareholders, if it wasn't like the brand Aurora, or maybe it's not even happening in effect right now, but normally when I didn't know about this, I just figured this out. I had to do a lot of research. I didn't understand what this means. But when Aurora got it kind of makes sense because I did more research, and yes, they are taking debt to acquire companies in the next 25 months, 750 using this stock. So shareholders are gonna get diluted. That should have tanked Aurora's stock big time in the morning, but it seems to be fighting it off. So shareholders A, either don't care, or B, setting up a bull trap. One of the two is happening, but if Aurora goes up, go to $13, $14, $15 from this, I would be shocked. It would seem like shareholders don't give a shit about Aurora diluting the money. They're allowing it so Aurora can grow into a massive company, and that's all they really care about at the end of the day. Because you need to have capital in order to acquire stuff and to become a great company. So that's why they need to keep diluting shareholders. Because Canopy has unlimited cash. Aurora doesn't have unlimited cash. They have to rely on diluting shareholders to buy stuff to keep growing the company, to become at least the number 2 player in the industry, if not the number 1. So, there's also Kron. Kron is a beast, and they don't dilute shareholders, yet, people are bearish on their stock because they make $5 million of revenue. See, sometimes logic don't make sense in the stock market, but, their stock is $25, $26, but I don't know. It's messed up. But now because of that, I figured out about Madman's final base shelf prosperity, and why, and this is probably the main reason why the stock has sold off massively, is because of that. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna open the new file so we can read about it. So, Madman is not diluting shareholders as bad as Aurora, but $500 million of any combined Class B supporting voting shares, preferred shares, debt security, subscription really. So for 25 months. So Madman is going to use $500 million of this stock to acquire shit in the United States in the next 25 months. That's what they filed for. And that's probably the main reason why shareholders are selling off, because they don't want to get diluted. I think that, eventually, it may make new lows. It may go to $3. I don't know. But if it drops real bad, I'm definitely buying. I'm way more cautious on Madman right now. I think Madman's gonna drop. I think Madman's gonna go down to $3.65. Because Aurora, I think Aurora's gonna go down, but it doesn't seem like investors care too much right now. But Madman, because Madman doesn't have the Aurora brand, The Aurora is stronger. Investors just love Aurora compared to Madman. They don't give a shit about Madman. They want Aurora because Aurora has the best management, and they have Nelson Peltz, and they have, even they have a lot of shares. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But Madman, more shares, dilution. Screw you. We're leaving. We're dumping you, and we may swing trade you if the stock goes all the way down to $3.50 or $3. That's what I think is happening right now. But at the same time, there's also management too. The shareholders don't like management in this company. That's another big problem. Aurora, they love the Aurora management. Madman, not really. They're like, the Madman management is the opposite of Aurora. If Madman's management got replaced, if the two guys in the company at the top level replaced themselves with somebody else, I think, okay, one of the two things. Management either decreases their wages to more and more reasonable price, take away their benefits. No more $10.15. We're just gonna completely take it away. We're gonna lower our expenses. We're gonna lower expenses in the company in general. If they release some kind of press release like that, maybe change the perspective of the company's perspective, then it could the stock could do very well. But right now, I think what investors are doing is they're treating Madman as a swing trade stock. So if it drops really low, like $3, somebody's gonna pick it up and then attempt to swing trade it, maybe $3.50. That's why I think it's gonna happen to Madman in the future, just because Madman is diluting the crap out of their shareholders, and shareholders don't like that. But Aurora can do it. It's all good for Aurora, for some strange reason. At least this is my opinion. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I think, what is going on in my brain, and what I think is happening between the two companies. Logo also had an interesting piece of news that I didn't understand until Aurora released it. But they are saying that they can use their stock to buy out companies in a 25-month period. So within 25 months, Logo is expecting to acquire out some big company with their stock. That's going to be very interesting. I'd like to see what they acquire in the future with $750 million. I will be capping this stock and trying to buy as low as possible because I still believe in the company in the long term. So, High Tide had some interesting news today. Something about upgrading to the OTCQB market. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. So, I thought you can buy it on the US array, but now it's official. You can buy it under the symbol HTDEF. So yeah, US people can officially buy it on the OTCQB, not the OTCQX. But there's the option there now, and it's official. It's been filed. Everything's good. But I don't know if HIT did well today. Let's look at the actual stock. They did 125,000 shares early in the morning. That's not too bad. But I'm expecting more. But the company needs to announce some good news in order to have US be excited about it. Like an acquisition of a good US company could really skyrocket High Tide stock, in my opinion. So let's hope High Tide gets some kind of good US company acquisition in the future. That would be awesome. Man. This is the real time, $3.97. I don't plan to buy Madman stock until it hits $3.65. I had a plan stretch out. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep my 100,000 shares. Not gonna get greedy. If it goes to $3.65, I will be making a purchase. Definitely. but I'm not going to buy it on the way down. I'm only going to buy it at 365. I'm actually thinking of just getting rid of my shares, but if I do that, you know, like I found out I can't really day trade on my RSP and tax-free saving account, so I don't think I should be doing that unless I sell for a profit. So unfortunately, my money's locked. So I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to sell any Madman, and I will only buy Madman if it hits $3.65. If not, you know, then I'll just leave it alone. And if it goes back to like $4.40, $4.50, I may shed off some shares. But as the moment, I'm not going to be buying any shares until it hits $3.65. I think the stock's going to there. I could be totally wrong. We'll see. Lyft is up 3%. Jim Cramer was talking about Lyft. Jim Cramer sure likes to promote Lyft. It feels like Lyft is like paying him ching 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 to talk positively about it. Maybe. I could be totally wrong. Just speculating at the end of the day. Because he's really bullish on it. And I'm looking at the finances. They have a lot of competition. They have Uber. They have the taxi services. So they do have a lot of competition, in my opinion. And Uber is such a bigger company than Lyft. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's a good. I don't honestly don't like the Lyft company. I think it will do not as good in the future. I don't know. This is my opinion though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll be a force to dominate the world. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm not very bullish on Lyft, in my opinion. If it was to drop to $50, maybe I would buy some and be, you know, okay, it's more fair because at least it can go back to $70 hopefully in the future. But right now, I think it's dangerous. Aurora is down 7 cents. See, like, I thought this news would like scare the crap out of investors and cause investors to sell off. I'm not talking about the small investors. I'm talking about like the big money investors. They've already sold off big time already. They pumped the stock all the way up to $9.94, sold off, and they're like maybe. I think they're just waiting on like a signal or something, because I'm sure rich people, like super rich people, are watching the charts and determining when is a good time to buy in. I'm thinking that they're doing that. I'm not 100% sure, but really rich people probably know how to read stock charts to make sure they don't lose money and know how to exit properly on time. That's what I think. That's what I truly think. But, you know, sometimes rich people get caught off guard and they lose a lot of money in the market too. So, CGC, Canopy Growth, up 65 cents today. The charts tell me it's bearish. But, you know, who knows? Maybe this is like a fake bearish. It drops a little bit and then like it reverts itself. The stock will go all the way up to like $50-$60 US in the next 2 months. Who knows? It's just, I don't know who would buy anywhere above like $49. And you know, the longer the stock stays up here, the longer this 50-day moving average strengthens. So it would strengthen, and then when it finally cracks, this thing will stay up here for a long time while this moves all the way down with the price of the chart. So I don't know, it's just maybe it'll stay up there for another 2 or 3 months. Maybe Canopy will float between $37 to $47 for the next 3 months. And then October comes, it skyrockets all the way to, I don't know, $100. That could be a possibility. I'm not gonna gamble on that, but you know, it's possibility. So, you know, but I think this is just a bounce, but I could be wrong. Neo, but Neo, I'm not buying Neo simply because it's bearish. If it drops back down to, like, I think it's gonna touch the orange line and then it's gonna fall back, but the Bollinger Band's also tightening. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a possibility that Neo just shoots all the way back up to $7. That sounds very illogical in my brain for the stock to go back to $7. But hey, you know what? Sometimes illogical. You know, they're getting sued by so many people, so it's just so illogical for me to see the stock go all the way back to $7. I think, you know, I think it's gonna either cross this line and it's gonna fall back, because I just don't see the stock going to $7. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will go to $7. Who knows? I could have bought it at $5, but I didn't, and I missed out. Oh well, boo-hoo me. Tesla, I did buy Tesla when it dropped, and then I sold it too late. I sold it on the way up and missed the perfect opportunity. I think right now is the perfect opportunity to sell it. But I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking that, you know, it's going to keep going up to above 297, and then it's going to fall back big time, because I think Tesla is going to go up, but Tesla is changing the trend. The stock is changing the trend. I think Tesla is going to go up to like maybe $300, and then it's going to pull back to like maybe 290. That's what I think. I think it's going to happen. But there's also a possible scenario that it pulls all the way back to 285. But I'm thinking Tesla is going to go to $300 and above and beyond in the next month or so, because it looks like, to me, it looks like the trend is changing, and it's changing for the good. So that's what I think is happening right now. I don't know what the news that caused Tesla sales jump in Germany, closing the gap with push. Wow, that is big. Yeah, yep. Porsche, they destroyed Porsche. Destroyed Honda, Jaguar, cheap. Yep. I honestly think Tesla's a hot brand. I think, you know, in the future, everyone's gonna want a Tesla like they want iPhones. So I was at fault for trying to gamble with Tesla stock. I should have just, if I bought into this stock, I should have just hold it. No matter what, I should have just hold it. Even if it falls back down, I should have bought more. I don't think I'm gonna be selling this stock off anymore. And if it drops back down to, if it falls back down to 290, I'd probably pick up a little bit more. So, because I think that, I honestly, looking from the chart, it looks like the trend is about to change on Tesla. Oh, Tesla, I think Tesla made a bottom here, and now it's gonna change the trend. I think the orange line is gonna move up and cross the, you know, the 50-day moving average. But it's going to take some time. It's probably going to take a good week, a good month. But I think the trend is changing. But an earnings report could come out and change it back. So, I don't know. Well, I don't think Tesla will have an earnings anytime soon anyways. And this video has been long enough. So I'm just going to end it off with this video with Tesla, because it's already been over 10 minutes. And I don't want to make too long of a video. So anyways, and did I disclose that I have Tesla? I do have Tesla. Most of these stocks I talked about, I probably have. I don't have Canopy. I do have Aurora. I do have High Tide. I I still have actually a decent amount of shares of High Tide. I have lots of shares of Madman, 100,000 shares like you guys thought. I still have 18,000 shares of Aurora. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.